Okay, welcome to Tristate, tennis.com. It's really not Tristate, tennis.com. It's my YouTube page. But welcome. And if you are a student of tennis and a lover of tennis and a teacher of tennis, then you are in the right place. Right now, I'm headed towards a tournament, a match, USTA match in another state, Maryland. And but what I want to talk about today is like, what is my mental approach to playing a tournament? Right after that, I have to play again in an hour away. So I'm playing in one place and I got to drive an hour and play another place, and I got to get back to watch the Eagles games. The Eagles were in the playoffs today. If they win this, they go to the Super Bowl. Yay! So I was watching Kyrgios play before I left, and he's at the Australian Open, and he's playing another guy which I don't particularly care for. Like Kyrgios, I like to watch his talent, but mentally I would not want to have him as a student. He kind of gets upset, he kind of gets an attitude, and it's like, he's just young. That's all I can say. He's young. I don't dislike him. I understand he's like a street kind of type talent, like Allen Iverson. So he's playing a guy who models his game after Federer, and also a Russian guy. Also a Russian guy, an Eastern European, but I think he is Russian. Anyway, who was he playing? He was playing. Anyway, it'll come to me in a second. So, the guy who models his game after Federer, you probably know it. I'm just having a mental lapse right now. And it'll come to me before the next minute. Dimitrov, that's what it is. He's playing Dimitrov. And Dimitrov I'm not crazy about either. I'm not sure why. I think it's that kind of like, I'm not crazy about Sharapova. He used to go out with Sharapova. I think they're both like, Sharapova is, whatever. However you feel about them, they all have great games. And so what the aspect about I want to talk about is the mental game, because that's what's really on my mind today going to these two matches. So, am I overwhelmed? Well, I think I'm a little overwhelmed because today is Sunday and I got to get up and go to work tomorrow. And just driving to tournaments is a little bit stressful, because as soon as I leave this tournament, I got to go to another tennis, it's a contract. I got to go play with 4 other guys in Radnor, which is minimum an hour away. And I got to be there. If my match starts at 12 and ends at 2, which I'm paying for 2 hours, then I got to be an hour away and playing by 3. That's when my next game begins. And so there's not a lot of time for margins of lateness. So my focus today, in terms of my mental game, is to be present mentally, and that means focusing on every bounce of the ball, focusing on the sound of the ball. I'm really good with sound because I'm a musician, and I can really hear things because I pay attention to what I hear more than, not so much more than what I see, but I think that's an edge in tennis, because I don't think a lot of people realize that. Even like an auto mechanic, I asked the guy one time, I said, so what does it take to be a really good auto mechanic? And he pointed to his ears, and I'm saying, ears? And he says, yes, because you can't fix something unless you can diagnose it. And you can listen to an engine and hear what the problem is if you have good ears. And that stuck with me. And so I listen a lot. I listen to how the ball sounds when it's hitting my racket. I listen to the ball sounds when it's hitting the court. I listen to how my breathing sounds. And so that gets me in the moment, in the zone. So I'm going to focus on being in the moment. I'm going to focus on being in the zone. And even though I'm in a rush, which I am, take my time. Now, this is something I noticed about Nick Kyrgios today. When he gets behind, he doesn't slow down. In fact, he gets more intense. He gets a little bit anxious, and you can see it in his game. It's like, man, he really needs to slow that down a little bit. And even the commentators were commenting that he's rushing and he's making stupid mental mistakes. And even no matter what level you are, at some point you have to trust yourself that yes, I want to work on my serve because I'm changing my serve, but that's it. I'm done. Whatever I did yesterday playing tennis, that was enough work. I can't really focus on technique. Yes, I'll be conscious and listening to, you know, or trying to visualize. Okay, so that's the other thing. You want to visualize your serve. No mental chatter. And you can hear guys talking to themselves. Whatever's in there is coming out their mouths. So, this is one aspect of Dimitrov's game I really respect, is that he models his game after Federer. You could watch his serves just like Roger Federer. His mental state, he's trying, maybe without as much success as Federer, because nobody really does, but I don't think anybody has a better mental game than Roger Federer does. I mean, look at that dude. Just go to a Federer match on TV or a whole thing, whatever, and you cannot tell, even when he's really down, whether he just won a point or he lost a point, which means that winning and losing is not what he's there for. He's there to be in the present, to be focused, to play his best game. And I don't think if he's playing his best game, he cares whether he wins or loses. And I honestly believe that that makes him a better player, and it makes him harder to beat him because his focus is on something else. It's not technique, it's not points, it's presence. Okay, you have to be present. You're not in the past thinking about that daggone shot you just missed. You're not in the future thinking about that ace you're going to make, and it's going to make you like, everybody clap, and you know, all of a sudden you're on top of the world because you hit an ace. And it's not about revenge and kicking this guy's butt. And this is the last thing I'm going to say before I part with you. It's about challenging yourself. Challenging yourself to be mindful. And, you know, if you're not careful, you might have some fun. So that's my post for today. Thank you for visiting. Please like, subscribe, or share. If this is interesting to you, I'll be making another video, like more videos soon. And I hope you watch, and take care. I hope you don't mind the format of me driving, but like I have a 45-minute drive from my house. Jesus, 45 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this next tennis thing. But in any case, it's a way for me to be in the present while I'm driving, because I think all kinds of crazy thoughts when I'm driving to a tournament. And if I can focus on my breathing, or if I can share something that just enlightened me, which was, for me, that match against Kyrgios and Dimitrov. Anyway, I'm rooting for Federer, and I'm also rooting for the Eagles today. Go Eagles! They're in the playoffs. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not really that fanatical about sports, believe it or not. I know it seems like I am, but I could take it or leave it. There's a lot of stuff about sports that really I don't like. But one of the things I do like is I like the fact that I feel healthier mentally and physically after I play. So go out there and play something, run, jog, challenge yourself. Take care.